and welcome to Adda 247, the official YouTube channel for Bankers Adda and SSC Adda, and you are watching Comp-Tutors, your one-place solution to learn computer awareness for various banking exams. In this session, we will start an important chapter, that is Introduction of Computer and Computer Organization, and the topics in this chapter are Computers as a System, Characteristics of Computers, Types of Computers and Classification of Computers, and Basics of Computer Organization. So, in this session, we will cover three topics, and those are Computer as a System, Characteristics of Computer, and Types of Computer and its Classification. So, let us begin with Computer as a System. Before I explain anything further, let us understand that what is meant by a system, or should I say, what is a system? Well, basically, system is a group of interrelated parts, and those parts are related logically to serve a common goal. So, there are more than one parts in a system. Then, why is computer a system? Why is computer a system? In computer, there are many parts, and all those parts are related logically. So, that fits the basic criteria of being a system. The parts that are in a computer system are software components, hardware components, and user. In computer system, input is provided by the user, then the computer processes that input, and then the output is generated by the processor or the computer. And memory is used to store data or to fetch instructions for processing. So, that was all about the computer as a system. So, let us now move on to the next topic. Characteristics of computer. These are the general characteristics of a computer, and they are speed, accuracy, diligence, versatility, storage capacity, no IQ, and immune to fatigue and boredom. So, let us talk about speed. We all know that in general, no human being can match the complex problem solving speed of a computer. The speed of a computer is attributed to the speed of its processor, and speed of a processor is measured in hertz. The next property is accuracy. Since computers are pre-programmed, they produce results very accurately and efficiently. Diligence. Well, computers are not affected by tiredness or lack of concentration. If we humans are to work for hours and hours, there will be high chances of us producing human errors. But that is not the case with computers. They can work for hours, and their result will be very efficient, and the data will be much integrated. The next property is versatility. Well, this property has led to the multi-programming and multitasking feature of computer. That is, they can perform many different tasks at the same time. Now, let us see the next property, that is the storage capacity. Computers have very high storage capacity, and the memory units or the terms that are used to measure computer storage capacity are bits, kilobytes, megabytes, etc. So, let us know more about these terms. A bit. A bit is the smallest unit of storage, and a bit is represented by 0 or 1. It is a binary bit. It is also a short form for binary digit. Binary digit. Here 1 also sometimes represents as on, and 0 sometimes also represents as off. Then there is a nibble. A nibble is half of a byte, that is, it is of 4 bits, and a byte, it is also sometimes called as an octet. It is of 8 bits. Then there is kilobyte or KB, and KB is 1024 bytes. Megabyte or MB is 1024 KB. Gigabyte or GB is 1024 MB. Note that these terms 1024 bytes, 1024 KB, MB, 1024 GB, these are all in higher power of 2. That is, KB or kilobyte, which is represented as 1024 bytes, is also represented as 2 to the power 10 bytes. And this can be said as 2 to the power 20 bytes. So let us go through these terms at once. Gigabyte is 1024 MB, terabyte or TB is 1024 GB, petabyte or PB is 1024 TB, exabyte is 1024 PB, zettabyte is 1024 EB, and yottabyte is 1024 ZB, that is zettabyte. So that was all about the memory storage units. No IQ. Well, this means that a computer does not perform anything on its own. A computer is always given instructions or predefined set of instructions upon which it produces an output. Yes, artificial intelligence is being developed by scientists to bring computer more closer to humans. Let us move on to the next characteristic, that is immune to fatigue and boredom. We all know that computers can perform long and on and on and on, and they will not face any fatigue or boredom. They do not face the issue of emotions or tiredness. So that was all about the characteristics of computers. So let us now move on to the next topic. Types of computer and classification of computers. Well, computers are broadly classified or categorized based on these classifications or categories, and they are based on electronic signal and operating system, classification based on configuration and size, classification based on the function of computers or their functioning, and classification based on their area of application. So let us study these classification in a detailed fashion. Classification based on electronic signal and operating principle. And while classifying computers on basis of operating system, there are three types: analog computers, digital computers, and hybrid computers. Analog computers. Analog computers work on the principle of varying aspect of physical facts. They work on varying voltage. Example of analog computers is thermometer or tire pressure gauge. Digital computers. Digital computers, as the name specifies itself, uses digits to represent numbers, alphabets and special symbols. They use on and off type input and output, that is the binary form, where on represented by 1 and off is represented by 0. Digital computers have huge memories as compared to analog computers, and digital computers are slower than analog computers. Yes, analog are faster in computation when comparing with digital computers. Next is hybrid computers. Well, hybrid computers use both digital and analog computers. They have the speed of analog computers and memory capacity of digital computers. An example of hybrid computers is ECG, which is used in hospitals to measure the heartbeat of patients. Classification based on configuration and size. And in this classification, computers are categorized as supercomputers, mainframe computers, mini computers and microcomputers. Let us talk about supercomputers. Supercomputers have unmatched and great speed and memory. They are faster than any computer of their generation. Sunway Taihu Lite is the world's fastest supercomputer as of June 2016. Param 8000 is India's first supercomputer, and Shastra-T is India's fastest supercomputer. Mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are also known as Big Iron. They are capable of handling huge volume of data and store large amount of data and processing it relatively fast. Note that they are not supercomputers. They are not good at number crunching machines or do scientific calculations. But yes, they are faster than other computers. They do not have interactive user interface like we have at our PCs at home. Mainframe computers, when compared to a typical PC, have huge volume of data access online and can process it very fast. Examples of mainframe computers are IBM 360, Unisys. The term mini computer was started being used in 1960s, and the mini computers were made possible because of the use of transistors and core memory technology. The decline of minis happened due to the invention of microcomputers, as microprocessors were available in the market which were much faster and cheaper than mini computers. Microcomputer. Microcomputer is the standard desktop that we use at our home. Microcomputer refers to a computer that uses microprocessor. Next is classification based on functions, and here computers are categorized as server, workstation, information appliances and embedded computers. Well, server. A server is a computer that is dedicated to serve its client stations. Examples of server can be a file server, which is a dedicated server for sharing file resources, or likewise there are database server. Similarly, there are client stations or workstations, and they are dedicated for one user only. Then there are information appliances, and these computers are for dedicated purpose or for simpler functions or user friendly functions, for example for photography or for playing music. Examples are personal digital assistant or PDA and smartphones that we use so frequently. Embedded system. Embedded system is a system within a larger system for a dedicated function. Since embedded computers are for dedicated functions, design engineers can optimize it to reduce its cost and size. Example of embedded system are MP3 players and video game consoles. So that was all about this classification based on functions. Let us see the next classification of computers. Classification based on area of application, and here computers are categorized as dedicated to specific purpose, that is special purpose computers, and these are also known as dedicated computers, and the next is general purpose computers. Well, these computers that are special purpose computers, as the name specifies itself, are dedicated to one particular function, that is their job is to perform that function over and over again. Then there are general purpose computers, and these computers can take variety of input, and that is why they are used in majority of applications. Their use is vast, and you are probably using a general purpose computer while watching this video. So students, this was all for today's session, in which we have covered 3 topics from this chapter, Introduction of Computer and Computer Organization. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. In the next session, we will cover an important topic of this chapter, that is basics of computer organization. You can also download our Adda 247 app from Google Play Store and stay updated. If you wish to join any of our coaching institute for courses for banking and SSC, do visit our branches in your city. Very soon I will be back in Comp-Tutors, and till then visit Bankers Adda and practice those quizzes and keep studying. Be confident and study smartly. Thank you.